It's better to poop in the sink than sink in the poop. Life lessons presented by your boy Squints. What's up, everybody? We back from Brazil. Week number 7 of the Zero to Hero challenge, where I'm playing a Holy Paladin, a class and spec that I have never played before in Mythic Plus, and I'm pugging my way all the way to 3K. Let's start off by opening the vault. This week we ended up pulling Mythic Shoulders. I picked them since it was the highest item level jump out of all my options. Nothing major, but that's what we ended up getting, and we ended up pulling a plus 20 Throne of Tides. I hope I don't go crazy, because y'all know how Throne of Tides and me vibe. We don't vibe well whatsoever. As you know, I was away on vacation in Brazil, so I didn't want to just hop in. I haven't really played in a week and a half, so I just ended up sending a 19 AD to just warm up to make sure that I didn't forget how to play Holy Paladin. Good news is I didn't, so I ended up hugging into my Throne of Tides. And this dungeon kind of made me a little sad, because I'm really just all about pushing IO at this point. I really just need rating. I need higher level keys, so I really wanted a +2 this dungeon, and we were pretty much on track to do that. But my pally bro, he ended up dying twice, like literally died twice, and then he needed to repair, and nobody had hammers or G's or anything to help this guy out, so he had to run outside of Throne of Tides and then go all the way up the whirly swirly twirly pin and then drop himself back down after he repaired and got back in the dungeon, which just took far too long, like literally far too long, and his loss of DPS for those few minutes definitely cost us the +2. But hey, we timed the dungeon. Realistically, that's all that matters. I +1 the key, and you know what I did after that? I went and bought some hammers, because I'm not doing that again. I'm not letting someone die twice and then not have a hammer to repair. Not playing that game, because that definitely cost us the +2. And if you like repair hammers, you should like and subscribe, because that's free and doesn't cost gold like repair hammers do. So click the buttons. And after that Throne of Tides, we ended up getting a +21 Rise, which I was a little intimidated by. Rise is not that easy of a dungeon when it comes to bosses on a tyrannical week. And you know, after saying that, I'm sure you probably know how this went. We ended up bricking this dungeon. I do want to blame the Demon Hunter tank. This guy was just getting hit harder than any Demon Hunter tank that I have ever played with. I told him that. He was like, nah, that's the way it goes. And I was like, no. I don't think it goes that way, but to each their own. So obviously, dropped that key down to my 20 and ended up running it again and +2'd it super easy with a Brewmaster who was not getting absolutely obliterated every time he was hit. So I swear it was that Demon Hunter tank. Sorry, bro. Don't think it was me or anybody else in that group. Pointing the finger at you, my man. That key ended up turning into a 22 Waycrest Manor, which was hype, because now we're in spicy boy rating range, and boy did we time the F out of that key. We ended up +2ing it, and I got the belt I surprisingly already had on 3 item level upgrades, and had a socket. Like, that was pretty lucky RNG. So obviously I replaced that belt, because why the hell would I not? And we ended up getting a 24 Dark Heart Thicket. But that did actually end up helping me complete the weekly Mythic Plus quest for that week. Unfortunately, I forgot that I set my loot spec to ret, because I ran LFR, because I was feeling like I was gonna get lucky and get the legendary axe, and I didn't, and then I forgot to set it back to holy. Then of course I rolled a trinket out of the weekly box, and it wasn't pips, so I couldn't use that. So I sent it into the 24 Dark Heart Thicket, and we wiped on the first boss. The tank just literally disappeared, and yeah, that just broke the key. Everybody left after that, and then I was like, screw it, let's do the 23. I sat out front, pugged a new group, and literally this elemental shaman rage quit right after the first pull after dying. Like, just straight up disconnected, shut off his game, and left. That was the fastest I've ever seen someone rage quit. But yeah, he rage quit on us. So that sweet 24 dropped all the way back down to 22, which we ended up timing though, and turned it into a 23 Everbloom, which was nice because I need an Everbloom, because it was a huge jump up from my 19 timed Everbloom on Tyrannical. So I ended up pugging a group for that 23 EB, and we ended up wiping on the mage. I just choked on the last boss, sub 10%, and it felt bad. It felt bad. That should have been a timed key, and yeah, I just choked. I didn't get everybody up in time, and we just got mollywopped. And you know how we do it. We drop the key, we run it again on the next level down. We going down, down in the earlier round. Sugar, we're doing EB. We almost had a wipe again on the last boss. The slams really hurt, but we timed it. Got a 23 AD. Last boss, we bricked that key. Woo, no IO. And after that brick, we got a 22 Dart Heart Thicket, which y'all know we just timed that, so I wasn't really looking for it. So I pugged into a plus 21 Throne of Tides, which was a little bit of rating. We timed it. That felt good, especially because Thrones a few weeks ago was a pain in the ass, as you guys might recall, and it's felt pretty damn good to be timing them this week. Then I was looking to re-roll my Dark Heart Thicket, so I ended up pugging into a 22 BRH, which we bricked. The group was bad.
I don't play defense.
So I pugged my cute little tush into a 22 Rye, which I was feeling pretty good about. Honestly, I felt pretty good about doing the Rise, and we were on course to timing it, but we ended up bricking it because, yeah, people didn't know the fights. They didn't know. They didn't know the fights. So I pugged into a 22 BRH again, and we plus 2'd it, which brought me finally to the 2900 rating mark. Oh baby, we in the home stretch now, boys. Felt good, really feeling it. I wanted to run more dungeons after this, so I pugged into another 22 Rise, and this one was wild. So y'all in the comments say this wasn't the worst bracket 2024, and my god, I don't know how lucky you guys might be, but this bracket's terrible. I don't know how people get to this rating, because this warlock literally said he's not so good at standing in the orbs. Can someone else do it? Bro, you're in a group of all melee. You're the only range and you're not good at standing still? Blew my freaking mind. Mind absolutely obliterated with that comment. And yeah, we wiped a bunch. The DPS did not burn the keeper fast enough. Just like straight up, what is this bracket? This is one of the easier bosses too. People just straight up don't know what to do. Feels bad, man. So yeah, after pugging all those, I had my 22 Rise keys, so I felt good on timing it, so I made my own group, and yeah, we timed it, and I ended up getting a wild mirror trinket with leech on it. I didn't need it, so I gave it to the tank because he was a good sport, and we ended up getting a 23 Throne of Tides out of that, and it sucks because we literally missed the timer by 12 seconds, and we wiped on the last boss, and it just sucked. Like, we were so close to timing it, but our rogue was honestly not performing well for a rogue. He's doing under 200k DPS overall. That just kind of felt bad. I've been honestly kind of surprised on the amount of DPS that actually underperform in this bracket and do like under 200k for how much gear they have. It's actually really surprising as a DPS main, at least. Like, I don't know. I feel bad when I do under 200k. What do you guys feel? Let me know in the comments below if you have this experience or you feel bad when you do under 200k in a dungeon. And this left me with a 22 fall, and holy shit, I had the most insanely geared Ret Paladin queued. This guy was 489 item level. We plus 2'd it, and it felt great, and holy crap, he just smoked it. He made Ret Paladins look fantastic, and that doesn't take away from the rest of the people in the group. Everybody in the group just played awesome, but yeah, I'm not passing up on the 489 Paladin with the Lego that queued into my PUG group. That felt awesome. That was a good group. They were super fun, and yeah, the plus 2 was great because it left me with a 24 AD. I really needed it, and freaking I PUG a group and this tank left because of damage. He was like, there wasn't enough, and I'm really conflicted with that comment because we did do too many blood sucks, like way too many blood sucks on this boss, but everybody's damage was over 300k, and if he was pointing fingers at the Augvoker, like, he doesn't do damage, and if you don't know how an Augvoker works at this stage of the expansion, I just don't know what to do for you. I really don't. I pugged a new group and I bricked the 23 AD. People can just not help to walk into the spiders on the last boss. It's just terrible. It's just terrible. I don't know what's wrong with people. Yasmir is a terrible boss. It's overwhelming for not to be on comms really, and people that just don't know how to move together as a group, it's just challenging. But we plugged me into Life Alert after this. Holy shit. We plugged the 22 AD and we plus 2'd it, felt good. And yeah, the group just handled Yasmir much better. That's literally the only difference between most of the groups that I run AD with. And it gave me a plus 24 BRH, which was awesome because we really needed that for IO. We didn't end up timing it on a 24, but I ended up timing it on a 23. Raging is just rough as hell in this dungeon. Like the archers, the rogues, the dudes that drink the low potions in the hallway. It's just like, it's a pretty brutal dungeon to not have CCs available for like the last 20% of something's HP. But we did time it on the 23 and that felt pretty damn good. I'm done for the week. I got plenty of IO, plenty of rating. I'ma move on and hit y'all with the weekly recap. So we ended up going up from 2814 rating to 2941. That is 100, and you guys can do the little math if you really care, but that's over 100 rating this week, which was huge. That puts us 59 rating away from completing this challenge. Frick yeah. Item level wise, I jumped up from 478 to 482. I ended up recrafting my wrists to get them to 46. I crafted a 486 ring, and I upgraded my new mythic shoulders all the way up to 489, which was just overall a very nice little item level boost. Now I am hoping to finish this challenge this week, 60 rating. As you guys can see, there's plenty of rating hanging out in my fortified week, and I'm feeling confident. I have to say that this week I felt like I was actually using sack efficiently. I was using Avenging Wrath good. I was just honestly using my CDs well, and I got a really good rhythm this week. I don't know how you guys feel, but sometimes when I just step away from a game or something that I'm working on for like a week or longer and come back, I just feel like so much better at it. And that just is like typically a trend throughout my life. I don't know if you guys experience that as well. Let me know if you do. I wonder if that's like a normal thing or if I'm just special. I don't know. Who knows with me? Sometimes it's questionable. But that's all I got for y'all this week. Thanks for watching and hanging out. If you want to catch more of your boy, you can follow me on X, Twitter. I wish it was just called Twitter still, on X, or you can find me on TikTok where I upload some shorts and some TikTok stuff, or just keep hanging out with me on YouTube because I like hanging out with you on YouTube too. And don't forget to like and subscribe. It does not cost gold or hammers to do so. And I will see y'all next time. Peace.